Okay.
And so you're okay with illegal aliens coming across the border, right? And you're
Yeah.
not for the wall, right?
Yeah, I'm not for the wall.
And you're from Turkey.
And I think that no human
You're from
beings are
Turkey,
illegal.
right?
And I think that it would be better off if we treated the people that were coming here to better themselves and to look for better opportunities. If we treated them with the same dignity that we treat all American citizens,
Turkey, right?
everyone would improve.
You're from
Everyone's
Turkey,
lives.
right?
Yes, yes.
You're from Turkey. Are you in support of Israel putting a wall around its border?
No, I'm not.
They should not have done that?
No, it's a violent ethno-state. Of course I'm not in support of that.
Amazing. And so I want to ask this, if it wasn't for white people, there would be no America, right?
America
it would still
in the
be
current
controlled
sense,
by the Indians.
There would still be
whatever,
America.
right?
Native Americans
No,
would be living here.
no,
It would be drastically
no.
different, but
Stay with me.
I'm
If
with
it-
you.
Stay with me.
I'm with
if
you
it
all the
wasn't
way.
for white people, because white people discovered and built America, and then they created a constitution.
Do you think white people are better than black people?
Let me ask you this. And then they created a constitution that would allow your mother to come here and have you illegally. Do you
Have
think
you here illegally?
is it
No,
fair?
it was a legal process. But do you wait?
Is
Hold
it
on.
fair? Let me finish my question.
Wait.
Hold on. Is it fair to white Americans to be treated that way? They were kind enough to let you into this country, and you're going to turn your backs on the people who let you here. Is that fair?
You have not established why opening our borders would be unfair to them.
No. Is that fair to treat white Americans that way?
Why do you want to single out white Americans?
Because
I think that when
country,
people come into this country, it improves everyone's lives.
It's their country. They let you come here.
It's not their country.
It is their country.
But it's not.
Whose country is it?
It's everyone's country.
Well,
There's
then-
no such thing as like this is white country.
Well,
You
why
understand the concept of whiteness
It is white country.
predicated around
No, it's
exclusion,
white country.
and that the concept of whiteness has expanded throughout time. Hispanic people were not considered white. Jews were not considered white, and according to some white people, they're still not considered white. Irish people were not considered white.
Let me ask you
You understand that like
You're
that
wasting
concept
time.
is
Hold on.
expanded. I'm not wasting time.
Hold on.
I'm trying to educate you
Hold
on a
on.
thing that you
I
should
want to
know
ask you
about.
this.
You
If
talk about
white
it. This is
people-
very irresponsible that you talk about this
if white
concept without
people-
actually providing historical context to it.
If white people had not built America, would you be here today?
I don't know. I have no idea. That would be a drastically different reality.
Is it fair to white people that white men and women, especially straight conservative Christian men and women, are hated after they
Are they?
And they're called white supremacists. They're
Are
called
they?
all kind of bad names.
Well, white supremacists
Is it
are called
fair
white
to white
supremacists.
people to treat them that way after they have built the greatest country on this side of heaven and allow your mama to come here from Turkey?
Do you not think that black
have
people
you-
played a significant role in
No,
building
you're
this
not
country?
answering my question. Is
No,
that fair to white
Say
people?
yes or no. Do you think black
You're not-
people did? Do you
Is
not think
that
that black
fair
people
to
played a
white
significant
people?
role?
Is that fair to white
okay.
people?
There's no such thing. Like, there's no fairness to white people. This is not a white person's country. Asian people played a significant
They
role
didn't
in
build
building
this
this country.
country.
Who built this country?
They left their
Do you
country
not
to
think-
come here.
Do you not think that black people played a significant role? Do you not think that African Americans played a significant role in building this
No.
country? How could you? Oh, okay. All right. Well, do you think white
because-
people are better than black people? Let's
Better
just get
in-
right to it. Do
yeah,
you think white people are better than black
in the
people?
sense that,
What, better in what sense?
I'm about to tell you, is that they create and black people destroy.
Holy crap, dude. Oh my God. You have black employees. How do they sit here and listen to you peddle this garbage?
It's the truth.
What a garbage perspective, Jesse.
You think black people
There's
are better
no
than-
way you actually believe this.
So then
there is
explain
no
that.
way you're honest. That you
Es-
think,
es-
as a black man, that white people are better because black people destroy?
In
really?
the sense that they build and black people destroy.
Wait, how? What
So
do you
let me
mean
ask
by
you this.
that?
I have the proof.
You have the proof.
I have the proof.
Okay.
Have you noticed, you probably haven't noticed because we don't have statistics, but have you noticed that white people will allow black people to come into their beautiful neighborhoods, and then the blacks would come, white people would leave, and the blacks, rather than keeping that going, they would destroy it? Have you noticed they tear it down rather than build on it? Have you noticed that?
No, I have not noticed what you're talking about.
You haven't seen statistics on that?
No, I don't know what you're referencing.
Do black people
I'm still
build-
in awe that you are like a real person who genuinely has this perspective. I thought this was just like Uncle Ruckus in the Boondocks.
No,
Like I
this is
thought
real.
this wasn't like a real fucking person,
No,
a
this is
real
real
human
deal.
being who genuinely has this perspective.
Do you notice that blacks create ghettos?
No, the government, the system creates ghettos.
So
No, do you want to
does
live
the
in a ghetto?
system-
You're black. Do you want to live in a ghetto?
Does the system
Do you want to
live
live in a ghetto?
Does the system live in
Does
the ghetto?
anyone want to live in a ghetto, Jesse?
Who is the system?
The system is capitalism. It's the American political structure that consistently holds not just black people back, but all people back.
So
they hold
are you
black people back
saying
even
that-
further than other people on
So
top
you're
of
saying
that.
that the system will not allow
Would you like
black...
to live in a ghetto?
Let me ask you this.
But
Are
just
you
say
saying
yes or no.
that...
Why do you never answer my question?
No, I don't want to live in no ghetto. I ain't gonna live in no
Okay,
ghetto.
exactly.
But
Do you
let me
think
ask
other
you
people
this.
want to live in a ghetto? No, they're not building ghettos
Then why
because
don't
they
they
want to live in a
clean them
ghetto.
up then?
It's not about like.
They're not ghettos when they move in
Okay,
there.
when you're a single mother,
Are they
and you're
ghetto
trying
when
to
they
take
move?
care of your children, when a black child has 1 out of every 5 black child in this country has one parent that is currently incarcerated. That number is insane.
why are they
And I give you
incarcerated?
because of systemic racism, because
Did
of
they
the
commit a crime?
unequal, because of the
Did
unequal
they commit a
way.
crime to go there?
Because of the
Did they
What is
commit a crime?
Like minor drug possession when white people get off on it,
Did
but
they
black people
commit a
don't?
crime?
If white,
Did they commit a crime?
what is a crime?
Oh, you don't know what a crime is?
What is a crime? I don't think crime
you
is.
You need to go back to Turkey. You don't know what a crime is?
Okay, what is no? I want you to describe to me exactly
I
what
wanna
you think
go
a
back to
crime is,
something
and then
else.
we can talk about it. Because
I wanna
unjust laws
I want to go back
should
to
be
something
broken.
else. I want to go back to something else you
Yeah.
tried to rush
If
away
a,
from.
If a law
So
is not
have you
just,
seen
you
have you
break that
seen
law,
ghettos?
Jesse. What?
Have you seen ghettos?
I have. Yes, I already told you.
And have you noticed that
black
when black people first move in those areas, they're beautiful areas created by white people?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't agree with that.
You haven't
perspective
noticed
at all.
that?
No, I have not noticed it.
You haven't. How long you been in this country?
10 years now.
And you haven't noticed that black people turn beautiful areas into ghettos?
Yes, because I don't think that's reality.
You say they're doing it because it's not reality?
No, your perspective is completely broken on this issue.
Amazing.
That you think black people just move into a neighborhood and then like mess it up.
They do.
How?
By,
And why?
First of all, they have children out of wedlock. They don't train their kids.
Like you did.
They bring drugs and crime. They destroy. They don't cut the grass. They don't paint the house. And they blame it on the white man.
Okay.
Are white people to blame for that?
I think the system is to blame, not specifically white people.
Who is the system?
But I already told you the existing.
So are
structure
white
that we live
people the
under.
system?
White people have been in controlling positions
Are they the
for a
system,
very
though?
long time. I wouldn't
Are
say that
white
they are the
people-
system.
Well, who
no,
are
because
the-
white people are also
what
exploited.
color is
People,
the system?
Why do you have to have one specific target?
Well,
do you
what
not
color is
understand
the
that we can
system?
address systemic
Who
inequality?
is the
Do you not
system?
understand that we can fight?
Who is the system?
It's not a singular person.
But how would we recognize it when we see it?
Is this how you tackle issues at every step of the way?
How
it has
would
to be
we
one
recognize
person?
the system
Do you
when we
think
see
that?
it?
Do you think it's
So
just like
we'll
one
be
person
safe
is
from the
racist and that's
system.
why the issue?
Listen,
That's why we have problems.
So we can avoid the system.
It's
How
not
will
about
we
avoiding the
recognize
system.
it?
You can't. You exist under this system. You exist under this
What
unequal
system is that?
Capitalism.
You don't like capitalism?
I do not like capitalism.
Then why don't you go back to Turkey?
Turkey has capitalism as well.
So why don't you go to a socialist country
There's
where
no
you don't
socialist country.
Are you a socialist?
I don't like labels, but I would. I find myself aligning a lot with Marxist principles. Yes.
So you're not a capitalist.
No, I certainly criticize capitalism. Yes.
So why
I
do
think-
you work?
Do you think people don't work under?
Why do you
a
work?
socialist?
I'm asking why do you work if you're a socialist?
Because I need to survive.
No, you don't. You can go on the welfare and get free stuff.
Do you think welfare would be enough for me to survive?
So you need more.
No, I need more to survive.
Do you
Yes,
support
that is a
the-
massive problem. I
do
think
you
if the
support the
welfare
Me
state was
Too?
better, maybe I wouldn't work.
Do you support the Me Too crowd?
What? The Me Too crowd? That's an interesting question. I don't know what you mean by that.
Those women are into the Me Too thing. Do
I
you
mean, there are
support that?
plenty of women that I probably would have disagreements over
Do you
a lot of
support the
issues
Me
within
Too
the Me Too
crowd?
movement.
The
Me
movement.
Too as a movement.
Do you support the Me Too movement?
Me Too as a movement, as long as it is about empowering not just women, men as well, or victims of sexual assault to come out and
Do you
speak about these
support the
issues,
Me
then
Too
yes.
movement?
Yeah.
You do?
I do, yes.
What will you do when they accuse you or a male member of your family of Me Too them?
I would fight back against it if it's not real.
You know it's coming, right?
What do you mean by that?
They will end up accusing you.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, as long as look, if it's not real, then we can have a conversation about it.
And
In
you're
my
okay
instance,
with
I know
them?
it's not real, so yeah.
So you're okay with them because you're not going to be.
People make false accusations, and that's genuinely terrible. But it's not the reality. The reality is that more often than not, the
So
real
most of the
accusations
women-
and the real people who actually assault people don't get punished.
So most of the women
the
are lying?
victims-
Are you saying most of them are lying?
No, I'm not saying most of them are lying. I'm saying
But what you gonna
most
do
of
when they
those
come
are
for
not.
you?
Most
What
of those
will
are
you
not
do?
lies, and even when it's real,
What
even
will
when
you
it
do
goes
when
under
they come for
prosecution.
you or your
What?
Uncle Jink?
What do you mean?
What will you do when they come for you?
I
Bad
mean,
boy.
I'll defend myself.
Bad boy.
I'll defend myself.
Okay.
But-
You're
but see-
supporting evil? Mark my word, they're going to come for you,
Okay.
your uncle, and every other male in your family. I got to ask.
Okay, can we just really quickly, briefly state something?
Yes.
Okay. Believing women does not mean that everyone who's been on a bad date or whatever needs to be thrown in jail. Believing women just means don't reflexively disbelieve women, because up until this moment, we reflexively disbelieve women. We find ways to say, no, this
Have
person
you ever
is
met
doing
an
it for
honest
money.
woman?
What?
Have you ever met an honest woman?
Yeah, I've met
Have
plenty
you,
of
you
honest
met an
women.
honest woman?
Wow, you really hate women, don't
No,
you?
do you have you? I'm just asking. Have you ever met an honest
Yes.
woman? So what about all those girls that you lied on you and you broke up with them?
They were honest too.
They were telling the truth about you?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Oh.
We left on good terms.
I got to ask you one other
Wait,
thing.
why do you have this such a
About
why do you have such
Steve-
a skewed perspective on women in general?
Let me ask you about Steve.
What happened to you? Why
Do
did
you know who Congressman Steve Keen is?
Wait, yeah, he's
Who is he?
White nationalist he's a congressman from.
What made him
Iowa.
a white nationalist?
He's white, constantly talks about how you can't have babies with other people's, you can't build a civilization on other people's babies. He also literally supported an avowed open white nationalist for mayor of Toronto, Faith Goldie, who recited the 14 words. So I would say that those are some pretty clear indicators that this person is a white nationalist, if not a white supremacist.
And so when did it become wrong for white people to stand
When
up?
did it become wrong for white people to be white
people
nationalists?
to stand up for their country?
1942.
It became wrong in 1942 for white people
When we
to stand
yes,
up.
when
Hold
we
on,
ended
hold
the
on, let me
Nazi
finish this
scourge,
thing.
yes.
It became wrong
It was
for
wrong
white
even before
people.
then.
It became wrong for white people to stand up for their country in 1942. You're saying that?
When the Nazi regime
Are you
was
saying that?
destroyed, it became wrong to be a white nationalist. If the Nazis had won, we would probably have a drastically different reality.
So Steve King stood up for his country.
He did not stand
and
up
you're
for his
calling
country.
him, okay.
He stood up for his broken understanding of what this country is that does not reflect reality. This is not a white country.
Okay, so let me ask this. There's a woman in Congress by the name of Rashid Tlaib,
yes.
a Muslim.
Yes.
And
There's two. There's another one.
Right.
Ilhan Omar is another Muslim, yes.
One of them is a lesbian. And so, do you support
Why do you say it like
Rashid and the other Muslim is against America? They're not for America.
Why do you think that?
Do you support them?
Why do you think that?
Do you support them?
Are they against America?
Do you support them?
You have to tell me why they're against America.
Do you support the
I
Muslims?
don't think they're against America.
You support the Muslims?
Yes, I support the Muslims.
But you're against the white people who stand up for their country.
Wait, what? I am against white nationalists.
Is it
I'm
wrong
not
for-
against white people.
Is it
I'm
wrong
against
for white people-
nationalists.
Is it
if
wrong-
they were fundamentalists, if they were ISIS sympathizers, then I would be against them too. But
Is
if
it-
they are just Muslims, I'm not going to be against just Muslims.
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
If they're white nationalists, yes.
Is
Probably.
it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
You have to define what you mean by that. You have to elaborate a little bit so
I'll
I can
ask one more
understand what
time.
you're saying. No. Repeating the question is not elaborating further.
Is it wrong for
Keep scrolling
white-
on your iPad, Jesse, but it's not going to make
Is
more
it
sense. You
wrong
got to
for
give
white
me a
people-
description.
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country? You have to elaborate a little bit further on this. Do you mean white nationalists, or do you just mean white people are standing up for their country in the sense that they're fighting against racism, they're fighting against inequality? In that, yes. It is
Is it
absolutely
wrong for
correct
white
and the right
people-
thing to do for white people and all people to fight against this
Is
sort
it
of thing.
wrong for-
But if it's white people saying that this is a white-only country and we need to preserve our white culture, and it's a completely flawed perspective that is not real at all, and it is just a fantasy for fragile whites to think that they are, to think that they are.
Is
that
it
this
wrong
that,
for
that,
white people to stand up for their country?
Okay, do you not want to hear my answer?
All this stuff you're saying is too long and kind of.
Okay, it's
Is it
counterproductive.
wrong for white people to
I
stand
can
up for their
simplify
country?
it for you as well if you would
Give
like.
me- you will.
But not
Give me a
everything.
yes or
but
no.
it's not a yes or no
Why not?
question.
Why not?
Because you're framing it in an inappropriate way.
How is
It
that
dishonest.
inappropriate?
Because a yes or no question, if you load it, if you front load it in a similar fashion to what I asked you, which is, did you stop beating your wife? It's a yes or no question.
Are you asking me that?
Did you stop beating
I
your
just
wife?
told you I don't have a wife.
Okay, but did you?
So
Okay, did you
is it
stop
wrong-
beating your son?
Is it wrong for white people?
But you didn't answer. It's a yes or no question. But it's a yes or no question. It's not real. You don't have a wife,
you're
but it's a
not
yes
gonna-
or no question.
you're not gonna answer that.
Just like your white question
You're
is not a
gonna
real
answer-
question.
You're
It's
not
a yes
going to
or
answer
no.
that question, right?
I
Yeah.
can answer the question, but
Okay,
I don't want to.
so I
I
ask
want to
again,
make sure that we
is it wrong for
contextually are on the
white-
same page.
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
Okay. Did you stop beating your wife?
You're not going to answer that.
Did you stop beating your wife?
I got one more.
Did you stop beating your
I'm
wife?
a nationalist. I'm a black nationalist.
Are you?
Does that make me black supremacist?
Are you black and also a nationalist, or are you black in the
I
sense
am
that you're a
black
separationist and you want to have a separate
You're not
black-only
answering the
state?
question. I'm a black nationalist.
But that
Does
word
that
means
make me a
something.
black supremacist?
That means something, and you need to describe to me what that means. Are you a separationist? Are you a segregationist? Do you believe that black people should have their own
You're not going to
areas?
answer that either, right?
No, but I need to understand, Jesse.
Do you stand up
But
for?
you're not
Do you
helping
put
me
America
understand.
first? Do you stand for your country, America?
Sometimes, and sometimes I'm very critical of the things that America does.
Do you stand for your country?
Sometimes I said, yeah.
Does that make you a Muslim nationalist?
Wait, but when you said
or
my country,
atheist
I meant
nationalist?
America.
Right, or atheist nationalist. Does that make you one?
Do you think that just tying along nationalism into anything is
That
the,
what you
is the
do
problem?
with white
I think it's a
people?
problem because I'm a
Oh, okay.
globalist. I stand
What
for
does that
human
mean to be a
I
globalist?
stand for all human beings, no matter where they live. I don't think that just because a baby was born in Indonesia, that they deserve a much worse life than myself. It's all probability. I didn't earn
So
the
you don't
right
put-
to.
you don't
I
put
didn't
America
earn the right
first.
to be born into an affluent family. So yes, I think that all
You don't
human
put
beings
you don't
deserve
put
a
America-
dignified life.
You don't put America first.
No, of course not.